Hi, I'm back. I've just got my box light. It is not even 6 inches, I guess. But whatever. Is it for everyone? Because I feel like every time I do box dye, I come out of shower, I sort of style my hair. My hair looks amazing for a couple of washes. Then the actual havoc starts. At the moment, I'm enjoying my beautiful hair, and I think it could be the conditioner that it comes with, could be the shampoo, could be something in the box dye. Said I'm gonna do like a soft glam makeup look. Let's start with the makeup. The most amount of time I spend while doing my makeup is looking for the products. I'm never prepared. It's fine, because if I'm organizing it, it takes time too, so we're even. It is a Pore Chalk Stick Primer. That's what it says. It's from Marathon. I bought it, say, about 6 months ago. I honestly don't use it a lot, but it's here. It does a good job, honestly. It's a good base. I've done my skincare. I didn't do much. I just used a toner and moisturizer, but I think it's enough. It doesn't hide my pores completely, but it is less visible when I use this. And also, I did color my hair, right? And it's all over my forehead, and the color is just not leaving. It's on my cheeks. As you can see, I'm not professional, and it is what it is. Now, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time and go in with... I can't find my CC cream, the one that I use, and I'm not gonna look for it. So I do have a concealer, It Cosmetics by Under Eye, but I'm gonna use it on different areas of my face, honestly, because I can't find my CC cream, which is also from It Cosmetics, and it's a bomb CC cream. I use that CC cream for color correction, just around my mouth area and also under my eyes sometimes, and call it a day. But because I don't have it, I am going in with concealer. It is very bright. Mind you, I'm not gonna do natural makeup. This is a glam. So this is quite light, honestly. I don't know why it's looking so light on me. Usually it is my color, but maybe it's the lighting that's just making it look yellowish. All right, I will use a brush for even application. I'll coat it. I don't like using brush directly with concealer. I like to prime my brush a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. And using a stippling motion, and also over my lids. My under eyes done. I'll still take a bit of more concealer and just place it on my Tika area. I call it Tika area because we use Tika on this side, and I usually get redness over here, my cheek, around my nose. So I'm trying to cover that up just a little bit. Prime the bigger side of the brush and just go over roughly. You don't have to coat every area. Stay there. Stop. 1, 2, 3. Another light. So it's looking a bit better, I guess. Is it gonna look better or no? I think it's not looking better. Turn that off. Maybe turn that on. I'll take a bit of that concealer, a bit more. No, I'm not gonna use more. Just priming the brush a bit more. I just want it to be around these areas, and I'm not trying to cover my pimples, honestly. Let it peek. I don't really care, because camera is not gonna pick up my pimples. It will pick up my pimples, they're huge, but it's not much of a deal for me. Don't really bother much for pimples, because it's just a couple of them. It's fine. Time for setting my entire face. I'm using Makeup Forever Powder Puff and going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I've been using it for so many years. I've been using this powder since, I'm not even exaggerating, I would say about 4 years. Yep, I love it. I do not want to use anything else. This is what works for me, and this is it. Unless I'm stranded somewhere without this powder and I have to use something else, then maybe I'll try some other products. But this is it for me. My favorite and one and only setting powder. I am not a hoarder, honestly. I do hoard lipstick, but for setting powder, I do have one setting powder. For eyeliner, I only have one. For lip liner, I only have one. There's certain products that I just do not feel the need to have many, but for lipsticks, I do have only one bronzer. And there's so many other products that I do not splurge but there are certain areas of makeup which I'm very guilty of splurging. It looks good on the mirror. I'm not sure how the camera is picking it up. And the bronzer that I said is not an actual bronzer. I'm using single eyeshadow from Mecca and it's called Not Even. And this is a cool taupey kind of color. And you know what? It's your face, your money, your makeup, so it's your rules. That's what I say. So I go in very light-handed. I don't think a lot of bronzer looks good on me personally. Back in the day when I was younger, yes, I was very pale. There's a hair strand. I used to need bronzer, but being pale was in fashion, and growing up in Nepal, if you are fair, you're considered beautiful for most of the case. I'm not speaking for every Nepali girl. I'm just speaking in my perspective. That is what people thought was prettier. So I tried my best to look fairest of them all. But things have changed and now we are going heavy with bronzer. Who knew? And I don't contour. I have gone through the phase where I used to contour my face, do that full makeup like 2016 glam. You remember? That's one of the tragedy we had in makeup. So that was an era which I don't like to recall, because if you remember 2016 box brow, I don't even want to look at the pictures from that era because it gives me nightmare. The box brow, they would be like this boxy shape and that was shaped with concealer so that it looks more sharper. That is just very embarrassing, but everyone's embarrassing at some point of their life. So I don't worry about it no more, but when I think about it, yes, it's okay. Everyone went through that. Not everyone was into makeup during that time. And I was into YouTube makeup. I used to watch all of these creators, these influencers. They used to be called, I think, just YouTubers, beauty creators maybe. Not influencers, but I used to be influenced by them and I would want to buy every product they have. That's how I was. I used to follow Nikki Tutorials, Kali Bible, Michelle Fawn, obviously, Promise Fawn, her sister-in-law, who is also a Nepalese. I think she's biracial. I don't know. I used to be like, I need those products, and those products were not available in Nepal at that time. And I used to be like, I want to get that. I want to be there. So I would always want to be a YouTuber when I would grow up in my heart. And right now I'm living it. Well, I make YouTube videos, so I can call myself a YouTuber. But anyways, I'm getting really lost in my own story. I also use this same bronzer to shape my nose a little bit. I think it doesn't need a lot of shape, but I could do without it. But because I want my makeup to look very makeup-y. I saw somewhere a makeup artist mention your makeup doesn't look like makeup because you haven't got enough makeup. So I go by that. Now, I know I'm not following any sort of sequence. I'm just going in with whatever I see on my floor, my makeup stuff. So right now I've got my lip liner. I'm using Rimmel lip liners. I feel like they make bomb lip liners. So I've been using, I think the last lip liner that I had was also from Rimmel. This is my lip color, so it's very nudish kind of color. I love it. Now I think I will go on with blush, because I feel like once I have my blush, I can understand where I want to go with my eye look. I'm using RMS Beauty. This is my favorite powder blush. This is my favorite. I think this really complements my skin tone. This shade is not for everyone for sure. This is very bright and this will be great under darker skin tone. Every time I wear this, I always get compliments on my skin, and people always say I look very glowy and healthy, and I say this is the blush and the makeup. Now I want to do my eyes. Let's do my brows. I'm using NYX glue. I think I've been using it since the first brow glue that I used was from an Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think this was very popular back in the YouTube days. Then I finished and then I went in with NYX. It's just much easier to just put it in your bag, and you know, I love the little spoolie that it comes with. When it comes to Anastasia brow wax, it's still pretty nice, but you would have to carry your spoolie differently and it's just a lot of hassle with that. And by the way, I did color my eyebrows when I did my hair as well, so they look much fuller. I'm not going to fill them in today. I just wanted to go very heavy with the skin but keep everything else light. I don't have any eyeshadow around, so I'm gonna use the bronzer. I'm using a very clean brush. I only use this brush for blending my lids, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And lately there's been a shift on how I do my makeup. Everything else is the same. I follow the same stuff, but my eyes, that's the only place where I have done anything different. So right now I tend to not gravitate towards my eyeliner that much, but this used to be my thing when I was young. Learned to do my first wing eyeliner when I was in 8th grade, so it's that dramatic for me. And lately it's been like a year that I go in with just eyeshadow and mascara and call it a day, which is quite new for me. So I don't know, I think it could be the age that I'm in, like not like any harsher lines. And wing eyeliner used to be a thing back in the day, right? And also my face was younger, so maybe it looked better on me back in the day, but it's not gonna look good on me now. It could be looking perfectly normal for everyone else, but if I'm not looking good in my eyes, what's the whole point? But yes, if I'm doing like a wedding or something, yes, I do my eyeliner. It looks pretty nice in that sort of format, but it's not gonna look good on everyday basis. And trust me, it's coming from a person who used to do winged eyeliner every single day, and it's sad, but it's true. And also I've realized that not doing my wing eyeliner is making my eyes look a bit bigger and more awake, because I do have very little eyelid space, so I feel like when I used to do my winged eyeliner it looked like it's barely there. Anyways, I'm not gonna do eyeliner as I already mentioned. However, I am gonna pop in a color. I have got this Kat Von D's lip liner, which is in blue, but I'm gonna use it as a eyeliner because I can. And blue, purple, they really complement brown eyes, so I thought I'd go in with blue like that. It's just already lifted my entire eye. And don't worry, I'm gonna blend my eyes. But yeah, this is the beauty of makeup. Like, there are people who can put lip liner and wear blue lipstick and rock it, but there are people who wouldn't. So for people like me, I think using this product for eyes, it just makes more sense. I will blend it with this same bronzy eyeshadow, so just going in. This looks beautiful. I love it. I have elevated my makeup, right, with this whole thing, and I don't have to even put an eyeliner. It looks amazing already. So just gonna brush it out a little bit, and there you go. So I'm just gonna do a few coats of mascara and my eyes are complete. I'm going in with this lifter curler. So my eyelashes are already naturally curled, but I like to enhance it even more, so I'm gonna curl it to the gods. And I don't have a lot of lashes to begin with, so curling them gives me a feeling like I have a lot of them. Oh my mouth, I'm parched. I need water. Give me a second. Yeah, I haven't had water like probably a couple of hours, so I'm gonna drink my drink. I was so parched, so I'm gonna go in with mascara. Couple of coats of mascara is good. Oh fuck, I hate every time this happens. I think I talk too much, and that's why this happens. Okay, I don't want my eyelashes to stand out because I want the blue eyeliner to have its moment. So I've learned it the hard way, like my makeup since I was a teen. So that has given me a lot of time to juggle between different looks and makeup techniques. So I feel like at this stage of my life, I sort of figured a few things out. And I do not experiment with certain stuff like red lipstick. It's not for me at all. I try to make it work throughout the years, like different techniques, and I thought maybe it's not the shade, not the right tone, but it's just not for me. But yeah, when you do your mascara, do not forget your lower lash line. I've seen a lot of girls who only their upper line but not their lower line. I feel like when you put mascara on your bottom, not a lot, don't go heavy, but they sort of look like they have been taken care of, especially when you're not putting anything underneath like kajal or any eyeshadow at the bottom, no liner, no nothing. So having something on, like, give it a look that your lower lash line wasn't neglected. So I like this kind of look. Now I think my eyes are done. Something is missing for sure. I don't know what that is. My hair is getting frizzy at this point, but it smells so good. I've been missing freckles. Been so obsessed with freckles. This one from She Glam is one of the best. It is quite natural, and I started with like on my face, so excuse that, that was a phase. And I know a lot of girls don't like freckles on their face. The girls who are blessed with freckles, they don't know how special they are. But because I don't have freckles, I just have pimples and leftover marks. I do have, like, I don't know if you call it freckles, we call it mole. But a lot of other girls tell me that, oh, you have pretty freckles. But I'm like, they are called moles. They're not freckles. So I'm gonna draw some freckles because I love them. How crazy I feel like is because I've seen this happen a lot. Like, people have freckles, they love freckles, and people who have them, they don't like freckles. Like, I have this bunny at work. She has amazing freckles, but she hates them. I feel like I like freckles because it has that youthful kind of feeling. It's just like grass is always greener on the other side. It's that kind of a thing. Because I am blessed with curly hair, and I do like it, honestly. It's just harder to maintain, and I feel like the girl that I am, I do not like anything that needs more nurture. Like, can't do curly hair routine. I can't do that. I don't have that time. I have the time, I'll rather use that on something else than do my 3 hours curly hair routine. I have tried it and it has literally took me 3 hours. I don't know how other girls do it. I am exhausted even thinking about it. I might just put in this gloss from NYX. It is a serum lip stain. It is a glossy finish, so it has a very nude kind of color, but it is a tad bit, it needs a bit color, I feel like. So I'm using another shade which is very pink and just putting it somewhere. Okay, this is my finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. My teeth. I already mentioned I did not plan to make this video. It just happened one after another, and I just felt like I can take you in on a little private tour to my inner life. Do not wake up and look gorgeous every single day. It is a lot of work. So if you see your girlfriend or your partner or your sister or anybody like who put in that effort, please appreciate them, because it takes a lot of time, and also it shows that they love themselves enough to put in that effort. And yeah, just felt the need to be very vulnerable in front of the camera. Years ago, I actually maybe cared about how people perceived me. I've always been a little cuckoo, a little eccentric, if you may, but with a little nice wrapping. So people perceive me as something else, I guess. But this is the side which my close friends or people that have known me on a personal level, they know like I am. But I just felt like I could be a little authentic, and on a day when it's a bit high, I felt like, why not film it? So I'm not sure if this really gets out. I could be just mindless talking. I could have this in my camera for ages and not really post it, but I might as well. You'll catch me in my next video. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna post on my video. I might post a random chit chat probably, or maybe a day in my life, or I might take you out on a date, or I will think it through. But today I'm just gonna finish the video. Thank you all for watching the video, and if you liked me ranting or doing my makeup or whatever, just leave me a comment. I'm rambling. If you've stuck to the end of the video, I appreciate all the love and support that I can get, and I feel like I need more of it. Okay, with me, it is what it is. I would really love to know what you think about my content, my channel, and where do you want me to be headed? Like, I'm gonna do my own thing, but I would love to know. If you're new to my channel, let me introduce myself. I think I've never really introduced myself. Well, I go by My Many Loves. It's only because I relate to the name. I feel like I cannot be confined in one box. I like to do everything entertaining, so I'm interested in all parts glam, honestly, so I just can't keep a niche. And because of that, I named my channel My Many Loves, because I have different interests and hobbies and things that I want to explore. So that's how I came up with the name My Many Loves, and that's how I started. My official name is Rosie Acharya. I'm a Nepalese, born and brought up in Kathmandu. I'm 30 years old, currently married with my amazing husband. I've been living in Australia for almost 9 years. It's a long time. Like, I can say I spent most of my 20s in Australia. Because of that, I feel like that's my formative years, and I am so thankful for God, because that's given me so much exposure in life that I really needed. And also because I come from Kathmandu, my parents were very protective. Me being the middle child, like Auntie Tori, I have been very naughty. Like, I've gotten a lot of beating and all that. So I've not been the most goody girl growing up. So my parents gave me a lot of tough love. Brought up in Kathmandu and having to deal with protective parents. I'm not sure this is the same experience with other girls. I actually was born in Kathmandu, right? But I do not know the places in Kathmandu. Like, I would literally get lost. I haven't explored my city, so I wasn't street smart. Like, I was not like that. I was very soji, and most I've traveled is from Kathmandu to Pokhara for a couple of days before I moved to Australia. So that is the only place that I've traveled from Nepal out of Kathmandu. So that's, you can imagine how naive I was. I was very pakheke that point of time. I moved to Australia, right? So it's a different world for me. Like, not letting me go out of Kathmandu, you know, to explore the cities and my own country, and you want me to go abroad and fulfill all my dreams, study and be a great person. Like, it's a lot to handle, but I'm here and I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And good thing that I was not thrown in at like 18, 19. There's a lot of girls and boys who come that young. It is a very tough time, you guys. So I'm still lucky that I finished my bachelor's degree back in Kathmandu, and then I decided, I was quite mature by then. This whole YouTube journey, I was coming to this point, by the way. The whole YouTube journey for me is a part of my learning and just me growing, I guess. Because I have thought about doing YouTube like for so many years, and maybe like my +2, that's when I started in YouTube, and that's when I thought of being a YouTuber. But I was contemplating for so many years. The mix of being naughty and being naive is just very dangerous. I've been through shit myself. We'll leave that conversation for another day. I was not very shy. It's just I purposely did not want people to know me. I just wanted them to see me. It was very private, honestly. But it is crazy to me, but it is what it is. I have been talking non-stop and I'm feeling hungry at this point. So I would say sayonara. If you happen to be lost in one of my videos, like the first time you're seeing me, please give me a subscribe. Hey, it doesn't hurt. Don't forget to like and share my video. At this point, I feel like I'm begging, so I'll stop doing that. But if you subscribe, that would help. Yeah. Like, if you know me and you're just watching my video and you do not even subscribe, I am gonna judge you. Okay? Said that, I'll finish the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.